Hello chaps, how are we all doing today? Monday. Bench update Monday. Yes.
And on Animal Jams. Where are we on Monday?
Exactly, on Abby's thing, she's got a thing called Rare Item Monday. But we've got a rare bum bench update Monday. Anyway, it's the 13th, the 1-3. Yep, it's the 13th of August. Monday, and it's time for our update. Okay, an update on what I've been up to for modelling during the week, and I got a reasonable bit done, not a whole lot. I finished off the what is it? The Nashorn, yes.
The Nashorn, yes.
Finished off the Nashorn.
I couldn't even remember.
Yep, we showed you that last week. We've the Nashorn
cool.
finished,
and
I've started on this. Okay, it's
the KB2 Soviet heavy tank.
Yeah, it's a KV2 in English and KB in Russian. It's the KV2, the weird tank. Okay.
The weird tank.
Yeah, very very weird. They came out.
Oh yeah.
Right. There's a little bit here to sort of talk about it. The 76mm gun, the L11, mounted on the KV. That's be the KV1. Didn't prove up to the. How can I read it? And you.
Sorry.
She's trying to read something. She's flicking things over and back.
I'm trying to make good space.
Basically, what they're saying is that the KV1 and the 76mm gun that they had on that wasn't up to the task when they were up against the Finns. And the Finns were dug in bunkers and blockhouses and things like that. So they had the chassis, the main base for a big tank, and they had a big gun.
Yay, guns!
So they kind of combined the two.
Yay.
And they ended up with a 152mm howitzer. And they're looking for a huge turret. They had to need a huge turret to go onto it.
It's tiny.
So they built that thing, right? And as you can see, it's got a big, massive flipping turret on it.
That's tiny!
That is flipping huge compared to the size
That's
of the tank.
Tiny!
And the thing is, they could only fire it forward, because if they turned the turret to the side, when they fired it, it would knock the tank over because it was so top heavy. And it had to be on it also had to be on level ground and all of that thing. But it suited the purpose. Okay, it suited the purpose of it. Yeah, it suited the purpose. It's tiny there because it's a picture there. There's the base of it. It suited the purpose that they had, which was in knocking out bunkers. Okay. When it came then to when the Germans invaded, they weren't fast enough to kind of deal with the warfare that was going on at the time, when the Germans were kind of just overrunning them left, right and centre.
I have a question.
So they didn't develop it any further. Yes, darling.
What's the bunker?
A bunker is good question, very good question. A bunker is
it one of those
it's where
things that you made, the little dials with clicks that you kind of made a bunker type thing?
Yeah, kind of. A bunker is a fortified building. As in a building that's got extra thick walls and things.
Oh gosh.
It's kind of dug in a bit, so it's hidden.
Yeah.
And it's sort of protected.
People.
It's for protection.
Oh, like if there's a tornado or something.
Yes, yeah.
Or an earthquake.
Yeah.
Not earthquake, because the roof would just fall down.
No, because it would be a fortified roof. It would be mass concrete roofs and things.
Cool.
Bunkers have many uses.
Hey,
they can be used
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's used basically for protection, to protect people.
Yeah.
And
from stuff.
A military bunker then would have slits in the front of it, big openings that they can fire through. Okay, so they're protected in behind, and they're only firing through a small little opening. So if you're attacking them, you've only got a small little target to aim for, and you can't get behind them. And if you land shells on top of them, because it's a fortified bunker, they're protected inside, so they're much harder to knock out. So you need a really big gun to just blast the living thing.
So is that what this is for?
That's what this is for, exactly. Big huge gun to blast the shit out of them.
Oh.
No, blast the poop. So anyway, let's go on to the bench and see how far I've gotten with this poop.
On the bum!
On the bum, blasting the poop out of people with bum. Anyway, let's get out to the bench and we'll have a look. Mary Bag of Frogs. But anyway, let's get down
My name,
and we'll have a
don't
look
worry.
and we'll see how far I've gotten on this, okay? Get myself a pointy stick. I need a pointy stick. I need a pointy stick. So there we are. There's the KV one which I'm building. I'm after getting through building the hull. The bottom of the hull was 4 pieces. Kind of awkward, bit fiddly. Didn't really want to go together well, but I got there. Then we had the suspension. The wheels had to be made up. It comes with kind of an engine, bit of an engine, as you can see from the top. We did the tracks. I did the tracks in the last video. Just went up earlier on. We've got the main, the top of the hull. We had a little bit of problems here with the machine gun, which I went into detail on the update of it. And we built up all the side pieces on this and everything else.
Triangle.
Yeah, the triangle little support beamy things, right?
Oh yes, yes.
And I got to get onto the turret itself. Okay, so in the updates I've spoken a bit more in depth about them. Okay, so we'll start off
watch
and
the
we'll have a
updates
look.
if you want more.
Yeah, exactly, more in-depth detail, shall we say?
Details.
Yeah. So there's the lower hull with the tracks and everything.
And also,
It's Lincoln length track. I tried to do it that I could take
are
it
there
off.
other tracks?
No, it's plastic, the same as the kit
Does
itself.
that mean you had 2 individual tracks?
No, it's Lincoln length. We had little individual tracks for around the curvy bits, and then we had long bits. So we had small ones and long ones. Okay, that's what Lincoln length tracks are. I'll just show you a little bit of
Oh, why
Okay.
isn't that good?
So you've got 2 long pieces,
Yeah.
you've got 2 short pieces, and then all these here are like that.
Curvy pieces,
Well, they're individual.
like the fingers say.
Yeah, individual ones. Okay, and you curve. Yeah, you curve it around the wheels. Okay. I try to make it in the same way you do Indie-Link tracks, where you lay it all out straight and then wrap it around, and then join it up. But for 2 things went wrong for me. One, I didn't have the proper glue. Well, when I say the proper glue, the glue I normally use, which is this one here. Okay. It's empty, unfortunately, and I used the slow drying Tamiya one.
Slow drying.
And
Okay.
secondly is the tracks themselves. They didn't really want to kind of clip together well, so when it came to bending them around, they kept separating on me, and I had problems left, right, and bloody well centre with them. So I ended up having to glue them together, or glue it
But
hard.
would you still say it was easy to put on?
Well, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard either, if you know what I mean, if that makes any sense. It
was, but it wasn't.
Yeah. So now we've got them, and they're on the tank,
At least
which I don't like normally doing, because it means I got to go off now and paint this as a separate piece, and get the tracks all painted separate, with their own separate colour. But luckily enough, it's a Russian vehicle, so it's just sort of everything is dark green. The only rubber black is on the return rollers up here. The wheels there get a bit black, and then we got to do the tracks with their. I use a burnt iron or dark iron paint for the tracks. I went through a phase there of having the tracks very rusty, and they don't actually go rusty unless they're just sitting there doing nothing, because when they're driving across open ground, they get covered in mud. If they're driving on the roads and things like that, it would just kind of shine them up. They'll get dusty, all right, yeah. They'll get road dirt and things like that in them, but they wouldn't really get that rusty. There would be bits of rust on them from in the centre parts and things like that, but it's a kind of a surface rust. They wouldn't get very rusty, very, very heavy rusty. And vehicles didn't really get rusty too much. They kind of looked after them to a certain extent. It's only when you're doing something burnt out or something abandoned that it would get rusty, because it's just left there. and the paint would be gone off it. So that's the protective layer over the metal. So when the protective layer goes, the elements get at it and it will start to rust and things. Okay, so that's the lower hull.
It's cool.
Tracks installed, wheels all installed, and the main hull itself all assembled. Okay. Then I went on and I did the upper hull. And on the upper hull, like I said, it's got this little kind of an engine piece that's there for it. Okay, and it has a cover which Abby is now retrieving for me.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the engine.
The duck can do that moving.
There's the engine cover. So it gives you an engine cover.
It looks like a helmet on it.
So you can display the engine or not display the engine. That's up to you, whatever way you want to do
what
it.
are you going to do?
I'm just going to leave it loose. In other words, I can sort of fit
Or
it.
you could leave it like open.
Yeah, but if I leave it open, then you can't move the turret. Because there's going to be a big square turret over it. You know, they turned it to the side or something so they could get at the engine. Okay, so I'm just kind of leaving it loose that you can pop that off. The turret itself, I'm going to have the doors openable and closable. These can be made openable and closable. The 3 hatches and the thing.
Are you going to make
but
that?
No, I didn't, because the little fittings inside, like I explained in the updates.
There's no interior.
There's no interior for one. And for the second thing is that the little connections were so bloody well small. My hands and my eyesight aren't the best. And even using them, they were still tiny. Okay,
Oh, wow.
so
And they're
I didn't really bother with them. But I will be doing it on the turret. Okay. I also did a bit of damage to it, a bit of battle damage to it. I cut a big chunk here out of the side skirt. Bit of damage here at the back. Okay, another little bit of damage there where it's all kind of rippled and buckled.
Will it still go together with that one?
Yeah, we knocked out the front part here. Okay, so the front mudguard is gone, and we've damaged up this one a bit. So when that fits on to the top, fits on like that.
The tracks are just
You'll get a nice bit of exposed track here. You'll get a nice bit of exposed track here as well, and you'll get to see, a bit of damage on it. Also did a small bit of damage, like shell pops and things there. Just a few little clips and things.
That you wouldn't really notice, but they're still there.
No, you'll notice them because when I paint that over, I'm going to highlight those little areas a bit better.
Oh yeah, you do that sometimes.
Yeah, just a little bit of black, just to kind of highlight them so they kind of stick out a little bit. So that's really it. That's about as far as I've gotten with the KV2. That's a little British 6-pounder which I made about 2 years ago. That little yoke there, yeah. I made that about 2 years ago. The video is up on the channel. It's before when I used to do the videos on my phone and before I spoke and things, I did that one. So it's just got music and sort of a slow buildy kind of thing. It's there if you want to check it out. Actually, it's the little British Army 6-pounder. Nice little kit, an old Tamiya one. Goes together quite nicely. And it comes with I think it's 3 or 4 figures as well come with it. But nice little kit. It's just I just have it there. It's just nice little decorative piece. Okay, so that's it for.
I can make a dial for it.
For this, I don't have room for it. I mean, like the Nashorn is just dial is just sitting there at the side of my table, and it's a case of I don't even have any place to put that at the moment. I got to build some shelves, don't I? Got to put up some shelving.
In my room as well.
You want some in your room?
No, because when I get the new bed, nothing will be high enough, so I'm going to need a shelf for the bedside table.
Oh right, alright, okay. I thought you wanted tanks in your room on the shelves.
That would have been cool, but
yeah, I need a bit of shelving. So anyway, lads, that's it for the update. Just back up to myself and Abs, and we'll finish it off.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So that was it. That was my update on the KV2.
Cool.
It's coming along nicely, I must say. There's still plenty to do.
Plenty.
And it's a kind of an enjoyable little build.
Plenty.
I like doing the old battle damage and
You like doing it, don't you?
Yeah, cutting bits off and things.
Like you did with the national.
Yeah. I was going to do it as a German captured one, but the last one I did was German, so I'm going to keep it as a Russian one. But I'm not going to use the decals that came with it. I have some other decals there that I'm going to use. I'm just going to do it slightly different. Okay. So all we've left to do is return of our chocolate and fruit.
Returned last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we came back last week. Yeah, so we
I was very pleased.
So we've got our bum sweets and our bum fruit back. So we'll start off with our bum fruit this week. We've got last week we had the big grapefruit. Big,
I knew it.
Big orange.
My mother loves them.
And this week we've got the his little cousin. Yes, this little fellow.
This is sweet as ever. Never get small oranges.
Can't see you. Very, very sweet little satsuma.
I thought they were sour. Thought they were sweet.
Yeah, they're tiny, easy peelers. You just give them a little rub and you can peel them. They're friggin' delicious. I love them. They're really nice. Just shut up and do your chocolate.
Yum. What's nothing?
We've got a Belgique Truffleur. Or
Belgian truffles, do you mean?
yeah, well, I was trying to read the top bit.
Oh, it's just cocoa powder drops.
It's truffles. They're soft, chocolatey things. They're Belgian truffles. And they come from a shop in Limerick. It's called Tiger. No,
Flying Tiger now.
No, they've changed it. Yeah, Flying Tiger Copenhagen is the thing. And look, it's a being Copenhagen. It's obviously a Danish company, and they've got a couple of shops in Ireland, and I'm sure they've got shops in England, and obviously they have them in Copenhagen as well. Maybe I do not know.
We have not been to these places.
They do lots of great little hobby things as well. They don't do, model kits or anything like that.
They do glues and
but they do glues. They do, I get my hobby knives from there. Okay, I get the hobby knives from there because you can get a hobby knife like this, right? And it comes with a little pack of blades.
Excuse me.
So you get the hobby knife and 5 blades in the pack and 1 on the thing. So it's a hobby knife and 6 blades for €3. Now, if you want to go buy into a normal hobby shop and buy a packet of blades, you get 5 blades in a pack. They're a £5, so you're getting a free handle, and it's £2 cheaper. So anyway, that I digress. But they do loads of little things like that. They do, snips and loads of other little bits and pieces and the odd toys.
And they do like colouring
books and everything like that. Well, this is not an ad for Tiger. Anyway,
no.
they also do some confectionery. And we've got our Belgian truffles. So I've had these since Friday. Rachel got them for me on Friday. I've been mad to open it up. So
I'll try one too.
We're gonna try a truffle tryout.
The sponsor for this video is these truffles. Fancy!
A golden bag. So we get inside the box. We have a golden bag.
What's the point?
Keep them fresh.
You don't have to keep anything fresh in that chocolate. Get your utility knife, your sharp thingy. Oh, they look nice.
Look at that. It is like a little poop. Isn't that perfect for the bum? Yes. Isn't that, look, it's like a little turd.
I'm gonna try one now.
Do it in video so people can see that your reaction to it. There.
Yummy.
Oh.
So good. Here, have some. Have some here.
Oh wow.
Here, have some.
Oh, they are freaking delicious.
Please buy some if you have them in your house.
And they are absolute. Oh. Excuse me, but these are absolutely friggin' gorgeous.
You can have the rest.
You don't like it? It's too rich, is it?
No, I like it. It's just you want. You have it. I like it, but you.
Sorry, my lads. That's it for this week's bum. We'll catch you next week with another bum.
Don't forget about the sponsor, the Belgian chocolates.
Don't forget to
yum.
stay tuned to the
throw this out the window. Throw this out the window.
Stop. Mad.
It's gone. It's gone.
Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel for further updates on the KV2 and other things. And don't forget to have a look back through the channel. and see some of the previous videos that I've done. I've over 200 videos there. I thought she was attacking me with a knife. I've all my knives and things there on a magnet.
And I put this red one there.
But she was straight across the face with it. So anyway, that's it. We'll catch you next week. I'm going to have another couple of these. Absolutely delicious. We'll catch you next week. In the meantime, what do I tell them to do in the meantime?
What?
Just walk somewhere.
Go out, buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. This is not a sponsored video. Tiger did not sponsor this video.
No, they did not.
We just...
I sponsored it myself because I had to buy them. Well, actually, I didn't. Rachel bought them for me. Mammy.
This sponsor is Rachel.
This week's sponsor is Rachel. Catch you next week, lads. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your modelling. Be nice to one another. And most of all,
go crazy.
Have a great week. Have a nice week.
And go crazy.
Bye.
Bye.